Imagine waking up one morning and discovering that TikTok has completely vanished overnight. No app, no videos, no viral trends, just gone. Millions of creators would instantly lose their platforms, while casual users would be cut off from the endless streams of short, engaging content they scroll through daily. Social media feeds would feel strangely empty. Conversations about challenges, memes, and trending sounds would abruptly halt. Entire cultural movements born on the app could disappear in an instant. Businesses and brands that relied on TikTok for marketing and exposure would be thrown into chaos, scrambling to adjust to a new reality. Gen Z and millennials, who often define cultural trends, would feel a profound void. For a platform that shaped entertainment consumption, social interaction, and creativity across the globe, its sudden disappearance would create shockwaves that reverberate far beyond social media. If you want to explore fascinating what-if scenarios like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with friends who love social media insights and digital culture. The immediate impact on creators would be devastating. Millions of people rely on TikTok for their careers, sponsorships, and creative expression. Overnight, influencers could lose entire income streams. Aspiring creators would no longer have a platform to showcase talent, connect with followers, or build an audience. Communities that formed around niche interests, dance, art, education, comedy, and more, would be suddenly disbanded. Collaboration opportunities would vanish, and the absence of TikTok's algorithmic amplification would make it harder for creators to gain visibility elsewhere. Some might migrate to platforms like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or emerging alternatives, but replicating TikTok's unique viral mechanics would be nearly impossible. Anxiety and uncertainty would dominate the creator economy, while brands and advertisers would rethink campaigns, sponsorship deals, and marketing budgets. Those who depended entirely on TikTok would face a scramble for survival, either by reinventing their content strategy or transitioning to completely new platforms. The cultural impact would ripple far and wide. TikTok is more than an app. It's a hub for viral trends, memes, dances, challenges, and global conversations that shape popular culture in real time. Its sudden disappearance would create a gap in cultural communication, leaving users disconnected from shared experiences. Music, comedy, educational content, and political commentary all depend on TikTok's rapid dissemination. Viral songs and dances that once spread in hours could take weeks or months to reach audiences, fundamentally slowing cultural momentum. For millions, TikTok isn't just entertainment, it's a social lifeline, a place to discover identity, community, and creativity. Losing it would feel like the sudden blackout of a major cultural artery, and the emotional impact would be tangible. Shared jokes, challenges, and content that connected people globally would suddenly vanish, leaving a profound void in digital social life. The economic consequences would be equally severe. TikTok supports countless small businesses, e-commerce ventures, and content-driven marketing campaigns. Brands that relied on viral videos to promote products would lose a key advertising channel, potentially causing revenue drops overnight. Digital marketing agencies would scramble to pivot campaigns to other platforms, while analytics and consumer insights generated by TikTok's data would disappear. Livestream commerce, which has been flourishing, could collapse overnight. Startups built around TikTok monetization might face bankruptcy, while large corporations could rethink influencer partnerships, reducing budgets or moving toward more predictable and traditional advertising formats. The sudden vacuum would ripple through the economy, highlighting just how deeply a single social media platform can affect commerce, employment, and innovation. Social behavior would change dramatically in a world without TikTok. Users who spent hours scrolling for entertainment, connection, or inspiration would experience withdrawal. The addictive immediacy of TikTok's algorithm, which keeps viewers engaged for hours, would no longer exist. People might shift attention to other platforms, rediscover offline hobbies, or consume long-form video content instead. But replicating the unique combination of short-form content, algorithmic recommendations, and viral community interaction would be impossible. Online communities and subcultures could feel fragmented, and meme culture might temporarily lose its momentum. Conversations in schools, workplaces, and homes that were once driven by trending content would adapt, but initially, there would be a palpable void in shared digital experiences. This sudden change could alter the social dynamics of millions of people who relied on TikTok as a cultural connector. The technological ramifications would ripple across the digital ecosystem. Developers and competitors would intensely analyze what made TikTok so engaging, while new apps would attempt to capture displaced users. Algorithmic recommendation engines on other platforms would face unprecedented pressure to improve, attempting to replicate TikTok's addictive discovery mechanics. Social media analytics would need to adjust as TikTok data disappears, impacting advertising, trend predictions, and user engagement strategies. Internet traffic patterns could shift drastically. Networks hosting short-form video content might see sudden drops, while competitors experience spikes. The sudden absence of TikTok would accelerate innovation in the tech sector, but it would also expose vulnerabilities in digital infrastructure reliant on one dominant platform for content dissemination and audience engagement. Psychologically, the disappearance of TikTok would surprise many. For millions, the app serves as a daily escape, a source of humor, inspiration, and education. Its sudden removal could cause boredom, restlessness, or mild withdrawal symptoms for heavy users. People who build communities, social recognition, or coping mechanisms around TikTok might experience anxiety or disconnection. The sudden absence of constant stimulation could force introspection, prompting some users to explore hobbies or offline socialization, but for others, the void could create a sense of emptiness or loss. Mental health professionals might notice temporary behavioral changes, including increased screen time on alternative platforms, shifts in attention span, or altered social interaction patterns. The disappearance of TikTok would also affect global culture and creativity. Viral challenges, dances, and short-form storytelling might struggle to gain momentum elsewhere. Aspiring musicians, comedians, visual artists, and educators would lose an accessible platform to reach a wide audience. Social movements that leverage TikTok's reach for activism or awareness campaigns would need to develop entirely new strategies. Cultural exchange between countries, accelerated by short-form content, could slow down, changing the pace and nature of global pop culture. TikTok's algorithm exposed users to diverse content that other platforms might not, so its absence would narrow perspectives temporarily and shift how creativity circulates online. Over the long term, businesses, creators, and audiences would adapt. Other platforms would rise to fill the void, but TikTok's unique influence on communication, entertainment, and social interaction would remain unmatched. Communities might form around alternative apps, short-form video trends could evolve elsewhere, and new monetization models could emerge, yet the sudden loss would remain a defining moment for digital culture. Society would be forced to rethink online engagement, marketing strategies, and content creation workflows. Even after replacement platforms emerge, the memory of TikTok's influence would shape the digital world for years to come. The environmental impact might even be unexpected. TikTok drives massive video streaming across networks worldwide. Its sudden disappearance could reduce internet traffic, data storage demand, and energy usage for servers temporarily. Conversely, users migrating to other platforms could redistribute this digital load unevenly. The patterns of online activity, the demand for high-speed networks, and even the growth of digital infrastructure could shift in response to the absence of the world's most engaging short-form video app. Ultimately, the disappearance of TikTok overnight would challenge everything we know about digital culture, social interaction, business, and creativity. Creators, brands, and audiences would adapt, but the void would be noticeable for months, even years. Other platforms would attempt to fill the gap, yet TikTok's influence would remain unmatched in shaping global communication, creativity, and entertainment. The digital world would feel fundamentally different, reminding us of how intertwined social media has become with our daily lives. If you found this scenario thought-provoking, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon for more explorations into what-if scenarios and global possibilities. Share it with friends who love social media, digital trends, and viral culture. Keep imagining the impossible, because the world of what-if holds endless surprises.